last time, I've refined the shape of my intake tube a little bit. Now we've cut it down to 83 millimeters across, which is the exact width of the inside of the throttle body and the inside of the airbox tube and MAF tube. So you're going to bring this 83 mils all the way here. It's going to spread out just a little bit as we give it a bit more gentle curve, and then bring it back to the throttle body. So we don't want too much expansion here. It's going to cause the air to slow down, but we also don't want to throttle it as it tries to come around this corner too sharply like the stock intake tube does. Because this shape is so weird, the same way that I made the 350Z intake isn't going to work. So what I'm going to have to do is, instead of using some more solid forms and more normal shapes to create my mold, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this foam and basically just trace the shape out of it here and just carve it out of the foam. So the first thing I have to do is I have to move 83 millimeters down and draw a line. That's how tall it's going to be. It's going to be as tall as it is wide. Then once I have that height correct, I'll come on here, hold up my shape, and I'm going to trace it. So I'll trace each edge, and that will give me a square tube, and then I'll just file it and whittle it down until it is round. We'll come over this rough surface and refine it with a little bit of finishing putty, and that'll be our mold. Very similar to the 350Z intake tube, it's going to be destroyed when we make the part. There's just no easy way for me to duplicate this without making some sort of really expensive two-piece cooled mold that I just don't have the time or need to make. So this should get the job done good for us. This was only $8, and it's really not going to take that much time. Here is our general shape of this really complicated curve. Adding this extension here will be nice and easy. It's just going to be a rounded piece. We'll connect it. I'll put some little barbs here to connect it, and I'll also probably use a little bit of glue just to hold the mold together. So basically now all I have to do is take this and round off all the edges so it's cylindrical instead of square. So far, this is turning out extremely well. I mean, really, this has only taken about 10 minutes of actual time from the first cut to sanding this. It's been extremely quick, and you can already see it's starting to take shape. It still needs some rounding. I mean, I can see some of the sides are a little bit, this top side's a little flat, whereas this has got a bit more of a gentle arch to it. But really, the speed with which you can prototype things like this is just incredible. Let's spend a little bit more time with this, and I'll check back with you in a moment. Alright, so I've got the extension piece made. I already have some small wooden dowels in here, just to hold the pieces together. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue, press them together, and that should hold them together as one piece while I add the filler to the outside. And now we have one piece. So I'll just have to sand down, but we've got a little bit of a difference in diameter here, but this other side's looking pretty good, so smooth all that out, and we can start adding filler. By the way, this 60 grit sandpaper is doing great work on this. It's removing a lot of material, but it's very easy to control and not dig too deep. Our general shape is starting to come together. So on this end, this is where the MAF housing will be attached, and this will be our throttle body side. The way this is going to work is the air is going to come in and have a little bit more room to make that transition to turn and have a straighter shot at the throttle body. That's going to be our main advantage. And it's going to kind of balloon out here a little bit just to make that turn a little bit easier on the air, to give it a little bit more room to move. The surface right now is still not finished. You can still see we've got some rough spots. So we're going to have to do a couple more coats of filler. I'm using spackling just because it's a lot easier and cheaper to work with than actual body filler. The easiest way to do it is to apply it, wet it down just a little bit with some spray water, and then rub everything smooth, because you don't want big clumps and ridges. It'll take forever to dry, and you spend a lot more time sanding. But when you're spraying it down, it only takes 1 or 2 little spritz. You don't want to get it soaking wet. Again, it'll take forever to dry. You're going to have to do this over a couple of days. Basically do an application, let it dry, another application, let it dry. This is after 2 different applications. I'm probably going to have to end up doing 3 or 4 total. Here's our finished mold. Next time we'll be putting the carbon fiber on, finishing up the intake, and installing it on the car. So hit that subscribe button, drop some comments below, and I will see you guys next week.